Right on.
Glad.
You sound way too happy. Let's kill you.
Hey, it's Dagger.
I mean, oh, Dagger, you balance me out.
The one thing Brew is afraid of.
Okay, let us begin. Let's do a recap of what happened last session. The last session you guys were in Sea Deeps, and you'd finally scoured the entirety of the Mind Flayer colony, completely eradicating them from Undermountain. You'd found the source of power that they used to create this gigantic wall of force, and you'd even had some inevitable betrayal by the Githyanki. With that all dealt with, you've now descended down into the next level, with a sole survivor from the Illithid captured, the Illithibs captured thralls, basically, their experiments, or whatever you want to call it. Ishan Toru.
Was he wearing a red shirt? I forget.
It's more of a tan color, so that's why he's still alive.
This is a eyeglass.
I'm calling him Samurai Jimmy.
In certain lights, it may appear to have a bit of a red hue. So,
Himaru!
particularly when creatures get when powerful creatures get near, his robes glow red. All right, so his shirt glows red. So you've made your way down into Vanrakdoom, and you've only just begun to explore it. As you've made your way through this series of natural and rough-hewn tunnels, you've seen a bit of a construction going on. A bit of construction work, a tunnel being dug into the side of this dungeon wall. The tunnel's the Black Cloak, and he's got a miner's hat on and a mining pick in his hand, and he's kind of humming and picking away. He had a very good sign as well, and we ended the session here, basically. So, firstly, he just kind of pokes his head out of this tunnel, and he says, "Oh, it's you, adventurers. You've come at the right time. This level is about to be under construction. But it's good for exploring. Go in, kill stuff, get killed, whatever. I don't care. I'm trying to dig a tunnel to get through to the other side of the world. I'm having a little bit of trouble, however, and I'm going to need a volunteer. You!" Before anyone even volunteers, he just points at Roland. And Halister clicks his fingers, and a mining pick appears in Roland's hands, and a miner's hat appears on his head. "You'll do. You're coming with me," he says. And then he looks over at Pavel. Roland seems to be completely involuntarily joining Halister. He seems to just be struck in some sort of stasis, and he just walks over and he starts chipping into the wall. Halister points at Pavel next and says, "Looking for something, are we? A bag of holding? Well. You can give me the funds, and I assure you you'll find it. But we're going to play a little game. I've hidden it somewhere on this level, and it is the key to unlocking an evil entity."
Oh, you son of a bitch. First, you take away my friend, and now you make me find something that I'm paying for? Fucking Halister.
Yes. Whatever. And you can cross off that 500 gold pieces for the bag of holding. I've already taken the gold from your coin pouch, so carry on. Nothing to see here.
A deal is a deal.
I expect rolling back, Halister. Son of a
Don't
bitch.
worry, you'll get him back. Either whole or in pieces. And they go.
Well,
You
to-
hear him
to-
prospecting. I believe if we head down another 200 feet, we'll be on the other side of this world. He says to Roland. Roland just starts hammering his mining pick into the wall.
Don't worry, Roland. It puts hair on your chest and all of that. His fingers are going to be ruined after this. Or
He's
this cramped.
completely unresponsive. He just is mindlessly hammering away at the wall.
I
I'll
gotta
be able
go
to
find
finger
something.
pick after this.
Finger. Oh yeah, yeah. I guess his fingers are
Seb.
better for.
Just out of curiosity, because I was rereading the quest over again, Vanrak himself, was it Moonstar, was married into the Bellabantra house, but he doesn't actually say what he is. Is it elf, human, unknown?
You haven't really done extensive research about this, but as far as you're aware, he's a human. Let's actually recap on this quest. So, word had reached Savra Bellabantra, she's like the leader of the Order of the Gauntlet in Waterdeep. She had heard that some adventurers had had some success in Undermountain. She learned all that she could about you, and then she sent Darius to meet with you all. Darius is actually Savras' heir, and the mission is as much a test for him as it is for the adventurers. Whether or not it's a debt owed to you or you're related to the Bellabantra family in some way, Darius, it's up to you. It doesn't matter. But you may even just be the heir for taking the honor over becoming the leader of the Order of the Gauntlet in Waterdeep.
Let's go with that one. That one's a good one.
I'll
Right.
try not to rob your family.
She's Savra Bellabantra is human, and she's quite old, well over 100 years old. But she's never forgotten the dark blemish on her family's honor left by Vanrak Moonstar, the darkness that sent her to blindly join the cultists of elemental evil in her past. Vanrak Moonstar married into the Bellabantra house long ago. We're talking like 300 years ago. And Vanrak and his small army of Shah worshippers, they fled into Undermountain to escape punishment for their many crimes in the city. It's Lady Bellabantra's recollection from the history that she had studied that a long-time ally of the Moonstar family, a bronze dragon named Gleister, was asked or told to find Vanrak and bring him back to Waterdeep to face justice. The dragon found Vanrak, but could not wrest him from the depths of Undermountain. Instead, the dragon became corrupted by Shard's magic and was transformed into a shadow dragon named Umbraxica. In this evil form, the dragon fought by Vanrak's side for many years, even serving as his mount from time to time. Savra believes it's her family's responsibility to free the dragon from Shah's evil grasp one way or another. She's asked Darius to meet with you guys and convince you to find the shadow dragon in Vanrakdoom, one of the deeper levels of Undermountain, break Shah's hold over him. Failing that, you are to put the dragon out of its misery, and there are many tangible benefits for completing this quest. As far as Lord Vanrak goes, that's a completely different story, and you could make a history check to try and recall lore about Lord Vanrak. Anyone could.
Yes.
Can
If
I
you're-
guidance myself before I do this?
No. It's more of a passive
Okay.
thing. It's not something you're actively doing. If you're from Waterdeep as well, you would have advantage as well because it's Waterdeepian history.
Pavel, buddy.
I was just lucky today. And then I'll roll ones when I fight.
This is basically a story that you were told to scare you as a child, Pavel. To make sure you eat your vegetables.
To go big and
Probably
strong.
worked. That didn't work, but
Hey, I have a 16, you have an 8.
So this story goes back quite a ways. Adherents of Shah have actually been active in the shadow of Mount Waterdeep ever since a disastrous expedition to the Black Jungles that were mounted in the year of the Dark Dawn, 1104 DR. So that's about almost 400 years ago. The Black Jungles is right near Chult. Anyway, the expedition was led by Lord Vanrak Moonstar, a charismatic, outgoing swashbuckler. He was but a pale shadow of his former self when he returned. A few 10 days later, Lord Andavaran Moonstar, the family patriarch, died of a strange wasting disease that could not be cured by healing magic. Upon assuming leadership of House Moonstar, Vanrak publicly broke ties with the Temple of Selûne, the god of the moon, and he blamed Selûne for his father's untimely death. Consumed with bitterness, the Dark Ranger, as Vanrak came to be known, secretly embraced Selûne's sister, Shah, the Lady of Loss. And by the year of the Howling Moon, roughly 30 years later, House Moonstar was in open schism. Family members who still venerated Selûne aligned themselves with Lord Vanrak's sister, Lady Alathine, and Selûne's priesthood. Meanwhile, Lord Vanrak and his followers extended their dark influence over much of the city's harbour, with the aid of a small army of mercenaries bolstered by the followers of Shah. Lady Alathine appeared in open court and asked the Lords of Waterdeep to strip her brother of his title and banish him from the city. She also presented evidence of her brother's numerous crimes, including slavery, arson, theft, and murder. The Lords ordered the immediate capture of the Dark Ranger, but by the time the City Watch had breached the gates of the villa, Vanrak and his followers had already fled through a secret portal into Undermountain, and his followers remained there for a further 40 years until the year of the Dark Mark. They conquered a level of Undermountain that became known as Vanrakdoom. Operating from his new base, he extended his influence throughout much of Undermountain, even periodically dispatched elite strike teams to battle followers of Selûne in the city above. He achieved his most dramatic success in the Year of the Tomb, 1182 DR, when his followers infiltrated the High House of Stars through its cellars, slaughtered most of the inhabitants before they could raise an alarm, engulfed the temple in black fire, and burned it to the ground. The invaders also acquired enough treasure from the temple vaults to fund Lord Vanrak's personal quest for immortality. Within a few years, the Dark Ranger had transformed himself into a Death Knight. And the battle has been ongoing. However, Alistair Blackcloak, he compounded Vanrak's woes by urging other Undermountain dwellers to invade Vanrakdoom from time to time. And in a desperate move, there was said to be a dark ritual that prevented these would-be adventurers from ever reaching him in Undermountain. And that's where the story ends.
And that's how my parents convinced me to eat vegetables.
Yeah, eat your vegetables or become a Death Knight.
I mean, Death Knights are pretty cool, actually. But I digress.
That's a added piece of history in Pavel's story. Always eat your vegetables or you'll become a Death Knight.
Yep, that's how I avoid it.
That's how he finishes the
As
story.
Pavel tells the story, Darius just kind of looks at him with his mouth kind of hanging open a little bit and just says, "That cannot be true."
Yeah, it's just what my parents told me, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, if this is true, he's become something more than your typical warrior could achieve in a lifetime. And it's made him very dangerous. We should proceed with caution. Let's try not to unnecessarily utilize resources if we don't need to. I'd rather not be caught unawares. And Darius just kind of looks very, visibly, a little on edge.
What? What's a death knight?
Something you should be scared of.
Ishan
A lot of
also comments, if what you're saying is true, then he is a wanted criminal. I may not be in Waterdeep. This may not be my jurisdiction, but it is my obligation to bring him to justice.
You're going back to surface for a chance you get.
Actually, Dagger, I know you're here, but I cannot see you. Please, if you don't mind.
Are you sure I'm here?
I'm talking to the void and hoping for a response, but that will let me know that you are here. If you wouldn't mind taking a 30-foot or so lead, make sure we don't get surprised or walk up surprising on something.
Sure.
I think if we're gonna go the stealthy route, we might have to put out Bruce's sword for a bit.
Ishan also has a lantern.
Yeah, let's go ahead and douse the lights for a bit.
Okey-doke.
I'll douse my light cantrip.
Okay. I'll put out Sun Death.
Ishan says, are you crazy?
No, but I am tactical.
I cannot
There's a
see
difference.
without the lantern. Anything could creep up on us.
Well, stay with Scamp. She can see in the dark.
Darius, make a
Wait.
persuasion check to try and persuade Ishan to
Oh, no.
put away his lantern.
Meh.
He says, that would be very dangerous and foolish.
Well, then do me a favor.
It is no use trying to sneak up on potential enemies if I am left blinded for them to sneak up on me.
Well, then do me a favor. Angle your lantern behind us. Keep watch behind us.
Or could you dim it a little so that the radius of the light it's casting is not so far that it's revealing our location and we can sneak up on enemies ourselves?
Make a persuasion check, Scamp. Try and get him to put the hood down. He's
I have
already
advantage, right?
he's
Not
already
really.
pretty friendly to you, and he nods. That is a better alternative. And he puts down the hood of the lantern, so it just creates a bit of dim light instead.
Thank you.
I don't know what light I have, but I'm taking it off.
Oh yeah, you still have the light from your holy weapon.
And I think I have my light cantrip up still, because I shouldn't be able to see that far. There we go.
That was from Pavel. Okay. This place is 20 feet wide. It's dusty. The ceiling is 10 feet high, and there are cobwebs and there's dust and rocks all over the ground.
I'm gonna try and stay just behind our red shirt.
Cage, I'm kind of relying on you here, if you don't mind.
Sorry. So I'll grab you by the shoulder, walk you.
Alright, Dagger, you've gone up ahead a little bit, and what you see are these a tunnel converging on a 20-foot high chamber. In alcoves, left and right, are these 12-foot tall obsidian statues. They're standing on a 5-foot high block of stone. They're facing one another. Each one depicts a faceless, robed woman holding a silver thread taut between her outstretched hand. And coming down from this silver thread is a thin, translucent curtain of shadow, rippling like a black cloth in a light breeze. And beyond the curtain of darkness, you can make out what looks like a doorway.
go to the door.
Okay, you pass through the veil of shadow.
Yeah.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
It just completely surges you with necrotic energy.
Well done, madam.
You take 11 points of necrotic damage for passing through. It just jolts you, and you quickly run on through. Now, you get to these doors. So these doors, they have an inscription on them. It's written in Draconic. Do you understand Draconic, Dagger?
No, I do not.
The doors themselves are double doors. They're about 10 feet tall. And there is a keyhole carved into the floor above the inscription, which doesn't make sense, really. Why is there an inscription on the floor? It must have something to do with the keyhole. But there's no locking mechanism. It's just a 3-inch deep, keyhole-shaped recess in the door. And the lintel of the door, it looks like a dragon's wings and head, with its wings extending downwards to create the door frame, and its head being the lintel. Head and body being the lintel.
Does it look like I can cut this thread?
The silver thread, it is about 12 feet off the ground. And as far as you can tell, it's literally just made of silk or something like that.
I'm going to keep in contact with her via message.
I'm behind the shadow curtain.
You can see through the curtain. It is translucent.
It's magical, by the way. It will hurt.
It hurts?
Yes.
I'll tell her stand back from the curtain.
No, only if you go through it.
So yeah, to gain access to the thread dagger, you would have to climb up the statue.
Oh, let's try that. It'll be fun.
Make an athletics check to try and climb up it. It's a pretty tall statue, 12 feet tall. It's fairly smooth. You try to climb up, and you just not mustering enough strength to get up there, unfortunately. There's not enough for you to grab onto to gain a handhold or a foothold.
Well, next time Cage messages me, I'm gonna ask him to have Brew cut through this thread.
Yeah, I'll keep messaging back and forth. I'll go talk to Brew and suggest he head over next to this statue.
Okay, sure. Can you lead me there?
Sure.
Ishan
Dagger, we're
says,
coming over.
"What is going on?"
Something.
I'm not sure, but
Stay here with us. Don't follow them. They're doing something else.
Here, do you want to meet us over here?
Sean.
Can any of you speak Draconic or read
I'll
it?
lead you right here, Brew. I cannot.
Don't go through the curtain, Darius.
No.
Are you going through, Darius?
No, I saw a ping and started walking towards it, but I was just like, oh no, wait, I shouldn't be going that far.
Alright, you start to walk in. Someone tells you to stop before you go any further.
I tell him
So
to stop.
Brew, Dagger will meet you there, and I'll go back and ask if anyone knows Draconic.
I do not, unfortunately.
Nope.
Oh wait, are we serious? That no one... We need our bard, who has the tongue spell. Of course we do.
Tongue side?
Hey, Dagger, what
helps you read anyway. That's comprehend languages.
Yeah.
Dagger, what did you want Brew to do?
Cut the thread. I mean, you can hear me.
So, Brew, I'll tell you to turn your light on, and you should be able to see a thread up there. And Dagger would like you to cut it.
Oh, I'm saying this out loud now that they're
Okay.
here.
Oh, hey, Dagger. What do you want me to do? What?
Cut. See what happens if you cut that silver thread.
Okay. In the dark or in the light?
In the light.
Okay. And I'll ignite
Shadow-
Sundeath.
Shadows don't like light.
You ignite your sword, and the shadow is so dark it almost seems to absorb the light. You look up, and you see those statues, 12-foot tall statues with their arms outstretched, holding a silver thread with a rippling shadow curtain dangling beneath the thread. You could probably just jump up and cut it, Brew. What are you going to cut it with?
I guess I'll use. Well, let me try using an adamantine hand axe for that.
Don't have any scissors?
I don't have any.
Scissors?
I don't have my adventuring scissors kit here.
Alright, so make an attack. You can jump up and attack it. You can reach it. And you actually cut through the thread straight away. The second that happens, the shadowy curtain vanishes. And an elder rune appears in front of you, Brew.
Oh.
You gain
Ooh.
a card from the rune deck.
I'm glad I didn't succeed.
Should I look at that?
Yep. This rune appears in front of you. It's about a foot tall. It's glowing, and it's just slowly turning in the air at about head height. What card did you get?
I got Hallister.
Oh.
Oh.
It's Hallister's
no.
personal rune. Okay.
Oh no.
I always lose track of where these elder runes are. Somewhere. The Hallister's personal rune. It looks like that. The elder rune of the Mad Mage. It starts to glow bright red, and then it glows green, and then red, green, red, green, red, green. Roll a 1d20, Brew. Red, green, 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 red, green. It stops on green and then explodes. And scintillating little green motes of light wash over you. And suddenly it takes the form of a magical shield that gives you resistance to all damage. It cannot be dispelled for 1 hour.
Okay, let's
Whoa.
go slay a dragon.
Yeah.
I like chop at my arm with the hand axe. Hey, you guys, look at this. It's not going through my skin.
And you can go ahead and
Are-
sling that card onto the map, Brew, and I'll throw it back in the deck. Just click on it and then like drag that card onto the map.
Are these statues somebody, Darius?
Do they look like anything?
They
Do they look like
look
religious statuary or just?
They don't remind you of any particular deity. They're actually faceless. They're just like a faceless robed woman made from obsidian, jet black.
No, they seem to be the stock standard statuary of dark gods and ominous presence.
Well, I say we put a pin in the store until we can read it.
Or find a larger key.
If this dragon thing that you guys are speaking of is behind something, it definitely would be behind the store, in my opinion.
You want to try and break it down?
Oh no, please! I'd rather have Roland here when we do
I
it.
do not think that's going to be.
You'd rather
worthwhile.
have Pavel here.
What?
Check your underwear, buddy. I think that's you. Look for the name. That's where I keep my name when I forget.
What?
You said you would rather have Pavel here.
I said Roland, didn't I?
No, you said
No.
Pavel.
Oh god, I
Freudian
must have suffered some weird brain thing.
You don't need to be so full of yourself, Pavel.
I mean, you did say Pravel, but
As you move up here, Dagger, suddenly a mouth appears on the floor, surrounded by a rippling portal of energy. Turn back now, or abandon hope, it says, before vanishing.
Looks like we're going the right way.
As you look around at the walls here, you see in niches, in about 10-foot intervals, are candles. They're made of black wax, and they have purple flames, but they give off no light.
Are they in these walls?
Yeah. Where you can see that purple.
Oh, I got you. I can barely see it. Yeah, got it.
If you're, you're basically, you're not seeing purple, you're seeing black and white, very dim light.
I got it though.
we're in a satanic temple. Okay.
I think this is part of Cage's backstory too.
I think it's your mission or backstory. Yeah, one of those two.
Well, I definitely have business here. You so as well, Cage.
I want to destroy this.
And by this, do you mean the temple? The
Temple of Shard.
person?
Yes, the Temple of Shard.
Well then, I mean, have at, if you so desire.
Door.
Donde?
This
I think there's
way.
one up on the upper right and two down here, down below.
There's one right here, yeah. Well then.
Alright, so moving up here, you see more of these candles. And you see these red-coloured stone doors. Two of them are set into the southern wall.
Can I perceive sound on the other side of the store?
Make a perception check. You put your ear up to the door and listen. It's made of solid stone, so it's hard
Whoa.
for the sound to pass through. And it's dead quiet.
Hmm.
Is there locks on the door or just open handle or?
There's a round stone handle with no lock. And iron hinges.
Head of a shard worshipper to shove against it? That was a little illicit joke.
What?
It's a mind flare joke.
The way continues on. Everything's very dusty. There's cobwebs over everything. All
Would
of the stone is cracked. Everything looks ancient.
Now, as a player, I know exactly what a Death Knight is. As Darius, how much would I know about Death Knights as a lore or that kind of stuff?
You could make a history check, but the basis of it is it's an undead paladin.
Yeah, fair enough.
Why do you guys hate Sharn so much?
Good question.
Didn't even know you knew about Sharn.
It's Shah, not Sean.
I know, but Dagger makes a joke of making fun of all their deities' names.
Gond.
Brew worships a storm. Darius worships metal
A glove.
hand.
Yeah. I worship a cogwheel.
You guys want to check these doors, or you want to just keep exploring?
I mean, we are here. We might as well see if there's potential danger behind any of them. I would say that the potential for undead on this level is rather high. If we are truly dealing with a Death Knight, then I'm not going to put it much past the idea of the entire level being mostly undead.
I'm gonna pick up a candle.
Okay, it's hot, and there's a hot wax dripping down it. Black wax.
I'll put it back down.
You can hold it. You might need something to actually grab it, otherwise wax is going to drip down your hand. But yeah, it's just a black candle, purple flame, and it lets off no light.
I'll blow it out. I'm gonna keep this.
It just goes out like a normal candle.
Let's open door.
You're opening the
Open.
door.
Yeah.
Okay, you swing the door open, and straight away this ice cold fog washes over your legs. It sends a chill up your spine. And the room is filled full of this fog. It's lightly obscured, so that means disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight.
I will cast light again on my shield, just to have a bit of personal vision if Brew does something different.
Oh yeah, sorry. Did we okay to go back to light mode, or do we want to be shadowy? I don't mind.
You never put your sword out.
No, I didn't.
He did for a little bit.
But I could if you wanted me to.
No,
I meant after he relit it.
Yeah.
We're here now. Let us just do what we
So the
can
fog,
do.
it kind of just rolls over you. It doesn't really seem to escape the room. And it goes completely from... It's almost like a wall here. It goes completely from floor to ceiling.
I'm going to take a step just to here. Maybe
The
here.
cold
There.
fog creeps over you.
And I'm going to squint and use my Eyes of the Grave. Do I see anything?
Use Eyes of the Grave, and something runs at you from the fog.
Mm.
It's just a couple of rats that run by you, and you don't sense the presence of any undead.
Well, I mean, to everybody else, I just squinted my eyes, so it's fine.
Okay.
I will open this door now.
It's a connected door.
I know.
I'll attempt to hide and surprise Pavel.
Make a stealth check, bro.
Oh, fuck.
You look into the room and see no one, Pavel.
Boo!
Oh, shit.
You You're surprised, Baffle. You can't take any action or reaction.
I'm just gonna stand there waiting
You have to wait
until I
6
get my
seconds before you
turn.
can say shit. Alright. Alright, stepping into this room, it's fairly large and it's pretty much empty, except for the walls. They are lined with small iron hooks, like picture hooks. And hanging from a hook on the east wall is a golden horn encrusted with gemstones.
Come on,
Have you ever?
Sean.
Does anyone here know what baiting is?
No.
Because I'm fairly certain that is bait. It's very
That's where
pretty
you-
bait.
You go fishing. Fishing's for bait.
Bait is for fishing. Yes.
Oh yeah. I'll also light my drift globe just in case I have to put my sword down for any reason. A backup light.
Okay.
Does anyone have detect magic?
I do.
I can.
Because I have a feeling that's possibly another Horn of Valhalla.
I could use it without expending a spell slot if we needed to.
I'd rather conserve if we could, but I'm just like,
It's my racial. I rarely ever use it.
well, Scamp, that is up to you. That is your decision. I'm merely going to point out that didn't Roland pick up a really fancy horn that could do cool things?
He did. Sean, come into the room. We don't want to split up.
Yes, of course.
And I'll use Furball magic to cast detect magic.
Detect magic goes up, and apart from the magic coming off all of your companions' magic items, you don't detect any magic, particularly not the horn either.
It does not appear to be a magical horn.
Just gem encrusted.
Yes, but it does look like bait.
As you
Money?
study this horn, I'll invite you all to make a history check.
Okay.
Where do you think that'll be good for drinking? So it seems to be made from solid gold and studded with many gems. It's obviously some very important, like one-of-a-kind item, but doesn't ring any bells to anyone.
Wow, a 20 didn't give us any history on it. Okay.
Okay, do you think maybe a dwarven make? It looks pretty dwarfish. That's about it.
Sorry. Can I see if it looks like the hook it's on is levered or any kind of booby trap?
Yeah, you can make a perception check at disadvantage because the fog is obscuring your vision. You take a close look at it, Darius, and you don't notice any hazards or anything that looks like a trap.
You want me to take it with my magical hand?
That would probably be best.
Sounds like a car's rushing through.
Cars honked at
It
us.
was.
The sound of your cast. Of your
Well,
make.
That's
Scared
a
me.
somatic component of the verbal component.
Car horn.
One Mitsubishi horn.
It is a horn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I
It's a dwarven horn.
You look over and Brew's already tooting on the horn.
Cast by the elder dwarf known as Hyundai.
I'll just grab it with the hand.
You pull it up, and it comes off the hook, and it's floating there, grabbed in the hand.
Money.
You guys want to just put it in the bag of holding? I got one, or we have a party one.
Mm,
Sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll just drop it in my bag of holding.
Alright, you use the mage hand and drop it in the bag of holding. in it goes. It's a gold
We're
horn.
not paranoid.
I'm sure.
There's a part of me that wants to disperse all of this fog, but I cannot figure out a way to do that without using spells.
I can use a spell. Oh, wait, no. I don't have Gust of Wind. Or do I have Gust of Wind?
Does anyone have a wind fan? That would be handy right now.
I feel like a
Nope.
distant sister of mine might actually have that item, but I do not.
Ishan
Right.
says, "Oh, what was that horn? That looked valuable. We are splitting the
It
treasure
does.
evenly, are we not?"
You're
Well,
just
after expenses, we'll see what comes out at the end.
Can I take a peek around for secret doors before we leave this room?
Yeah. Make a perception check at disadvantage. The fog seems to seep into every crack and crevice in the walls and ceiling. Fogs your vision. You don't see any secret doors. Ishan says, "Hey, I am fighting, I am helping. I think
Yes,
we should split the
but-
treasure evenly."
Yes, we need to also get out of here alive. So hold your horses and see what happens.
Yes, of
I
course.
can cut it into 8 pieces if you'd like.
I would much prefer to recognize the value of it.
whole.
Alright, as you move up here, there's a pit. There's a pit in the floor. It's an open pit. It's about 10 feet wide.
Mm.
I'm going to go ahead and peek in the pit. Is there anything in there?
It's pitch black. Like, as in, it's filled full of impenetrable darkness.
Good.
Can I pick up a rock or like a pebble on the floor?
Yeah, there's rocks, little rocks and stones everywhere.
Wait a minute. No, wait. If Cage can see it, that means it must be some really advanced darkness.
I don't think Cage can see through magical darkness, can he?
No, just no.
That's
I can only
a
see
lot
through
then.
the darkness I cast.
Yeah, this must be a obviously like a magical darkness. Like, you liken it to a darkness spell.
You want to
Another-
cast light down in there and see if it lights up?
Yeah, sure. I got a rock in my hand, and I'll cast light and just drop it down there.
And just like the darkness spell, it instantly dispels the light cantrip.
What about
Yep.
the light from Bruce's sword?
It is not illuminating it.
Oh.
It's
That's some dark darkness.
The light is not penetrating the darkness.
I do have a daylight spell available if we're really curious.
Probably no reason to waste it. Let's just hop over it and go.
Okay.
Ishan says, hop over, you mean jump?
Yeah.
I think I can make it. Ha! And he just takes a leap, and he leaps over. He clears it pretty easily.
Teleport to here. I'm not jumping anywhere.
Brew gets a rope out and says, "We can tie this to anybody who might be at risk."
So yeah, if you have at least 11 strength, you can just clear it without any sort of ability check. If your strength is less than 11, then you ain't jumping that.
That would be me.
All right. Well, could I
Toss her the rope.
carry you over and jump?
What's your strength score, Brew?
It's only 19 right now.
Only 19. It's 10 more than mine.
Yeah, you could have her like cling onto your back and jump it with an athletics check.
Thank goodness we taught
I
you
will-
how to bathe.
Brew.
I will first tie a rope around my waist and then
There we
throw the loose end over to Pavel and say, "Here, Pavel, maybe you and Scamp hold on the end of this,
Brew, make a
just in case."
make an intelligence check with sleight of hand for tying a rope.
Oh,
Okay. Right. So I'm not
What,
proficient
to
in
himself?
sleight of hand.
So it's
Can
an-
I help
just
him
a
tie the rope?
Intelligence check. He said he's tying it.
oh no.
So you don't know that he's
Oh, no.
making an intelligence check. Okay, you've tied
Well,
a rope
no,
around
but
Okay. All right, Dagger. Here we go. And then I'll run. I'll take a run at it, and then jump.
you. All right, make an athletics check. Who's holding the rope, Pavel?
Me and he threw a rope over here.
Yeah. So who's holding it?
Me and Pebble.
Me and
Scam
Top.
and
Yeah,
Pablo,
me
okay.
and Scam.
I feel like you guys might get dragged down. I don't know if you're both strong enough to support all that weight, but
I've got furball strength.
with
I have
that,
16
then,
strength.
With Scamp, yeah, with the Furbold strength, you'd have enough. You clear it easily, bro.
Double carrying capacity
There we go.
for the win.
I'll
The
coil
only
that rope
person
back
who
up.
can haul brew.
There are more candles in niches. They're everywhere. Black candles, purple flames, but no light.
These things just like look evil, so if I have seen them be blown out, I think Scamp's gonna go around blowing out the black flames as we go.
Okay. Yeah, blow them out.
Everyone, let us continue in a group, heading south.
actually, I don't
So
know if you saw me blow it out. I was holding it.
Well, possibly. I don't know. My
Yeah.
passive perception is pretty high.
You can hear like someone blowing it out. Arguably, sound is a better sense than seeing. Anyway, so just because you can't be seen doesn't mean that you're hidden by any means.
Oh no, I didn't.
Bottom of this pit. Sorry.
All right, there's another pit, and I will warn you against straying too far. It's never a good idea to split the party. It's 20 feet deep, and it is filled with hundreds and hundreds of tiny little bones.
there might be something down there.
Tiny little what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Bones.
Oh. Well, that's never good.
Treasures
maybe.
under there.
I can maybe climb down if you want.
Let's just catch up with.
It's
Dagger if she's around here.
smooth, and yeah, there's nothing to hold on to climb.
Okay.
If you really
Okay.
wanted to check
some
it out,
sort
we
of
could toss
handhold
our
or
rope down.
foothold. You could do a rope.
Rope. Rope's nice.
We have a few more doors down here.
New door. You want to check it or should I? You want to check it or should I?
Darius.
I can give it a once over.
I can make a perception check to inspect the door, and it doesn't look like anything special. It's just a door. If every other door that you've passed by looks identical.
I'll open the door.
You pull it open, and you hear a chuckling sound. You look up to the source of it, Pavel, and you see the silhouette of a person. They are resting in the corner of the room, on the roof. And they have sharp fangs protruding from their mouth.
Our first undead.
He's kind of crouched and starts to mutter to himself. What has Breck brought me today? He says. Let's play a game then. Hello, I'm Breck. And whom are you?
I am Pavel as I close the door.
Pavel?
Yeah?
I do not think you were talking to yourself.
No, there's a thing in there.
Is it a friendly thing, or a thing that will probably try and eat us, maim us, hurt us, or just kill us for fun?
All three. Probably behind this door now.
That's fair. All right. Pavel,
Yeah.
why don't you let Brew open it up?
Okay.
And I'll ready a whip attack.
We shouldn't attack it yet, but it does look like it doesn't want to attack
ready
us.
in action unless you're in combat. Otherwise, every time you open a door, you're going to get hit by a meteor swarm.
Meteor.
Or Alistair, who's going to have a meteor swarm ready. But yeah, basically, ready in an action is for combat. If there is a threat, then that's why we roll initiative to determine who gets to act first, so it's fair for everyone. Otherwise,
okay.
I mean, I could just say, oh, there's a heap of monsters behind the door. They ready attack. As soon as you open the door, bang, you get ganked. Get a chance to react.
All right. Then Darius will hold his whip in a more of a aggressive stance and ask Brew to politely open the door.
And Brew will kick the door down.
All right, make an athletics check to kick the door down. All right, you break it off its hinges, and the door slams shut. Slams flat on the floor, and you hear a chuckling. Oh my Breck, you really outdone yourself.
Hello?
It wants to speak to me. Hello, let's play. I'm Breck, but you already knew that. Because
Hi, Breck.
you're just a part of my imagination. Oh, what has Breck thought up today? There's
Breck, I
many
promise
of
you that we are not part of your imagination.
Oh, how elaborate. That's
No.
what my imagination wants me to think.
Does he appear chained to the wall, or is he just cowering in a corner?
He's on the ceiling. He's crouched on the ceiling. He's not chained in any fashion. He's like sticking to the wall.
Obviously a vampire. Breck, would you join us on the floor for some civil discussion?
Make a persuasion check, Darius. That sounds fun. Sure. Let's see what Breck has to say. And he climbs down 5 feet to the floor. He has a bald head, sharp fangs. He just wears some light clothing. He looks kind of decrepit. Obviously a vampire. Pallid complexion. And fairly thin. He's just constantly muttering to himself. This is entertaining. Oh, maybe I'm being punished.
Why would you be punished?
You know why?
Well, let's play a
Being
game.
naughty.
And what did Breck do? Tell us in detail.
You already know what I've done. You're my thoughts. Breck has
It's
been
important
bad.
to confess them out loud.
If Breck does this, will Breck earn Caresta's favor?
Whose favor?
Caresta.
Does that name strike a bell with anyone?
It doesn't.
Caresta?
Correct.
Maybe. It is a thing of penance. One must confess their sins.
Make a deception check, Darius.
Oh no.
Yes, Caresta. Caresta has given me a chance to earn her favor. Yes, I am sorry, Caresta. I am sorry. And he moves along the floor, kind of like an ape on his hands and feet. And he falls to your feet, Darius. I'm sorry, Caresta. I drank too much. I almost killed her. I am a fool.
Whom
Forgive
did you
me.
kill?
Next time, I will control myself.
And whom did you almost kill, my child?
The blood bag. The woman. The one that you told me that we need to survive.
And where is she now?
You know where she is, Caresta?
I
She's
need you
on the other
to
side.
point her out.
In the darkness. Breck is not allowed there anymore.
I'm gonna reach my hand out and just kind of place it on his the like gently on his forehead.
He looks up at you. Do you forgive me,
You can be
Caresta?
forgiven. You can be forgiven. But penance still must be paid. Will you lead us back so that we might ensure the blood bag stays alive? For the feed. We do not want to waste.
He shakes his head. I am not allowed. I cannot.
Take us as far as you can.
Caresta will not allow it. Breck is already in trouble with Caresta. Breck cannot. And he seems very adamant about not returning to wherever this Caresta person is.
That is fair. Then go sit in your corner. Think about what you've done. Bother no one.
To confirm,
Suddenly,
Uh-oh.
a big swarm of bats flutter by you guys. About 30 or so bats.
could I tell if they were regular bats or not?
Make a nature check, Scamp.
Can you give your advantage? No.
You can make a nature check as well. I don't know if you would be able to what you'd be doing to give her advantage, though. You need to usually do something to give a grant advantage. Alright, you've noticed that there are many rats and bats on this level, and their presence has been portrayed by guano and rat droppings that you've seen everywhere. It's strange though, it's almost as if you can constantly hear them scuttling and shrieking in the distant darkness, like they've been around you this whole time.
This place gives me a creeps.
Same. I will check this door.
Breck crawls up into the ceiling again and just keeps on muttering to himself in a manner of insanity.
Breck, you said the woman was on the other side of the darkness?
No, she is in the darkness. She is the darkness.
And that's the woman you're supposed to keep alive, right? Not Caresta?
No. Breck is getting confused. Caresta is the boss. The vampire boss. The blood bag is food. But Breck knows this. Breck's mind is playing tricks on him again.
Breck, we bid you to have a great afternoon. Coming now, Long. All of us figments of his imagination need to be on our way.
So we shouldn't check this door.
Crawls back up into the corner and just constantly muttering to himself. So,
I will listen on the other side of the door.
Make a perception check.
I always knew I was somebody's figment of imagination.
It's very, very hard to hear through the solid stone, and you don't detect any sounds. Someone would have to be pretty loud on the other side of the door to hear anything.
Pavel, do not kick it open. Just open the door.
I will open the door.
Alright. You open the door quietly. And make a stealth check, Pavel.
Okay.
To quietly open
I have
the door.
disadvantage. Do I have disadvantage because I have armor?
Certain armor gives you disadvantage. Was it full plate?
I have full plate.
Yeah, disadvantage. The door opens quietly, but your armor is kind of quite clinky. And you look into the room, and you see just scores and scores of wooden coffins. Hundreds of them. Some are intact, others have fallen apart with age. And most of them are empty, but 3 of them contain some resting vampires. They're just laying on their backs. They're all female. And their eyes are closed. And they appear to be sleeping. You do not wake them.
Close the door. Yeah, so 3 vampires probably most likely heard me because of my armor and just pretending to sleep until I walk close to them and jump us.
Well, that is an unfortunate thing.
Maybe better now than later?
Well, I really don't like vampires. Old family members had issues with them. It's a family line we don't talk about very much anymore. But
I feel like if we don't put them out of their misery now, they're gonna come back and haunt us. No pun intended.
it's very true and very possible.
Yeah, it could come up behind us.
I walk up to breakfast. Breck, one more question.
Entertain me.
The women in the other room, do you like them?
They are like Breck. We have been naughty.
Oh. What did they do?
Breck doesn't know. Caresta has sent them there to sleep.
Hey, Breck, do you feed off of people often until they die?
Breck eats a little bit. Breck has got in trouble. Breck only gets the failed one. All of a sudden, this thick grey fog just kind of rolls in from behind you guys.
There's nice snow in the samurai, Jimmy.
As you move near it, Brew, the light from your sword kind of just hedges out the fog.
Well, that's something I've never seen before. Do you guys see that?
Yes, I do.
Very interesting.
So about them vampires.
I mean, I guess it depends on whether they're just like feeding off of willing participants or killing people.
You mean like if they're good vampires?
Are they
Or at
smart
least
during the day?
just
No.
trying to live here by themselves and not really causing a ruckus.
The reality.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, fair enough is not enough. The reality is, they do not belong here. While they are not a problem I necessarily want to
Ishan,
burden ourselves with at this moment.
he weighs in as well. These are abominations of nature. They are foul. They must die. I will not leave here until they are dead.
Oh, really?
Well, you know, they say live and let live, so we could die and let die.
I have heard stories about vampires. We must get garlic. They don't like it.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Were you got any garlic?
And we should get some steak with garlic butter. I have heard they do not like steak either.
Sounds good.
I mean, to be fair, that sounds actually something that I would love. But I mean, down here is probably not your best options. Now for these creatures.
I have heard if you feed them enough steak, they will die from cholesterol if the steak gets to their heart.
Why don't you
shit.
advance on it and see where it goes?
I'll say the word,
No, I'll go-
and I will cut him down.
Oh, that
Pavel,
one?
please. Pavel, shut
Try
the
to hit
door.
the gas.
You want me to shut
Yes,
the door?
it's fine.
Yes, shut the door.
I'll shut the door.
I think it's lying on the floor.
Alright, you close the door. Yeah, that fog is strange. It seems to move away with the light. Anyway, you're in this nice cozy room. Breck is not really paying you guys too much attention, muttering to himself constantly.
Breck,
Hmm?
as a figment, since we are figments of your imagination, I mean, you have thought about killing them, haven't you? More food for you.
Breck does what Caresta says. Breck doesn't want to get into more trouble. Breck wants to get back to the darkness.
Back to the darkness?
I want to be with Caresta. I want to be near her. I want her to tell me what to
Is
do.
Caresta, is she your maker? Is she a vampire lord?
Yes. She is the vampire boss. But Breck already knows that. Breck's mind plays funny games with Breck.
Yes, it does. It does play funny games. So you'll need to ignore what's about to happen because it's not real. Just like walks back.
Nothing is real. You are just figments of my imagination. You cannot hurt me.
I kind of look around at everyone. No one touches the vampire floating in the corner.
I kind of like him. Seems
Not
crazy.
because I feel for him, but I have a feeling that he's better. He's a talker. I like talkers. When you're hunting things, a talker is something hard to come by. Ishan,
Yes.
do you not want to be part of the vanguard and slay the vampire?
I will watch our rear. I do not trust this thing with my back turned to it.
My order stands. Do not attack it.
He doesn't say anything.
Well, Brew, why don't we let Dagger open the door and try and get the drop on at least one of them? You know, all stealthy like. I mean, if anyone's going to look like a figment of Breck's imagination, she would.
I agree.
Dagger?
Yeah.
You're going to open the door? Yeah.
I will open the door. Quietly.
You creep the door open. You don't need a stealth check for that, Dagger.
At this level, she can't fail.
There's hundreds and hundreds of coffins. They're everywhere, bits of splintered wood. Most of them are intact. And, of course, it's all going to be difficult terrain to move around in there.
I'll come up to this one.
As you move up, we'll need a group stealth check.
Oh.
I presume you're going to attack the vampire, Dagger,
Yes.
Hold up.
with your rapier.
Where's my rapier?
Okay.
Dagger is our group stealth check.
Alright, the vampires in the coffin room are surprised. And Dagger, you're up. That's a critical hit. Alright, you pierce the rapier into the vampire's chest. She hisses and opens her eyes. And you pull the blade out, blood is just pissing out everywhere. For 68 points of damage, it leaves her very badly injured.
Wouldn't that be an auto crit?
Yeah, I did crit.
Okay.
That's what the 31 is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all in there. He almost killed it in one hit. So yeah, the vampires are all currently prone and unconscious until they've had their turn. They're all sleeping. Except for that one. That one's woken up now. Funnily enough. Right,
Okay, I
the-
will disengage.
You don't need to disengage. The vampires doesn't have a reaction until it's had its turn.
Okay, I will. Come over here. That would end up blocking the door.
Okay. You move in and out of the coffins. 30 feet. Scam.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and just frostbite the one that's directly south.
The vampire wakes up hissing, and its clawed hand is frozen. 6 points of damage.
That'll help when it doesn't attack this round.
It'll have disadvantage on scratching its back. And they all look decrepit, these vampire. This vampire spawn. Pavel.
I'm gonna have my longbow out because I wanted to be sneaky breaky, and I'm just gonna shoot at that one on the floor right there, with disadvantage. Where's all reliable? There it is. Oh, it's messed up. God damn it! I always mess this thing. There we go, and
Mess. The arrow just snaps in the bowstring.
it is pretty shoddy arrows from skeletons. So again,
And you hit. The arrow kind of just bounces off the vampire, bruising it for 7 points of damage. It's resistant. That's not a magical bow, right?
No, it is not.
It's not very effective.
Can I see it from here? That's not effective.
Yes. You can tell straight away if something's resistant.
Ah,
And
fuck.
miss. You shoot a coffin. Random coffin gets an arrow in it.
Then I'm going to put away my bow now that I have. I should have led with this at the beginning, but I just I'm bonus action summon common or special.
Okay.
I don't have to reach into my holster, just pull it out. Just boop.
Okay.
I'll step forward and just firebolt the one that everyone's attacking.
That hits. The fireball slams into the vampire for 13 damage. And she looks a little bit hurt now.
And I will end my turn right there.
You're not figment of my imagination! You are real! Breck says. He leaps
Oh,
down
fuck.
from the ceiling and he jumps, flying through the air, claws first, onto Ishan. You tricked Breck! And he attempts to claw Ishan. That misses. He tries to claw him again, and Ishan pushes the vampire back. Ishan turns around and swings his greatsword. Die, fiend! And he crits.
Whoa.
He
Wow.
goes to basically cut the vampire's head off, but instead the greatsword blade just kind of bounces off the vampire's neck, bruising it for 7 damage. He swings again, and he hits, bruising the vampire for another 4 damage. Darius.
I would like Ezra to make a wisdom save, please.
Alright, cast Toll of the Dead on the vampire. And the vampire seems to be pretty resistant to necrotic damage. Takes 11 points. Adds to its
Wonder
already
about that.
deathly appearance.
Okay. Fair enough. Then I will... you know what? I will move to here.
Bert.
Is it possible to throw an object with interact, like the free action interact with object? I'm wondering if I can throw my silver greatsword to Ishan.
You can hand it to someone, you can't throw it.
Okay. I'll simply drop it then. Hey, Ishan, Tempest says you might want this sword. And I'll just drop my silver greatsword on the ground there.
He looks at you and says, I have a sword already.
Okay. Sometimes silver works on vampires.
Is it coated in garlic oil?
And,
Yes.
and butter.
Bert.
Sorry. Move down there. Swing recklessly with Sun Death at this almost dead vampire.
Okay.
Oh, hey, dagger. Didn't leave much here.
Great.
Whoa.
You churn the.
Was I supposed to?
You just drop the vampire to the ground. Flames lick upwards. The vampire falls to the floor.
I think it's difficult terrain, so that's all I got.
This vampire is no longer surprised. It wakes up and starts hissing. This vampire stands back up. It regenerates. And it jumps on you, Brew. All of those injuries, the fatal ones, they've sealed back up. And it tries to grab you with its sharp claws. It grapples you. You don't take any damage, however. But the vampire has you. And as you see all the fire receding, the bubbling flesh starts to heal over. The vampire then needs some blood and attempts to bite you on the neck. And it sinks its teeth into you. You take 10 points of damage. You hear the sickly sound of it drinking your blood. It causes more of the injuries on the vampire to heal up, and you lose 5 hit points off your max hit point. Bringing your total down to 180. Only 180.
Okay. Only, and just checking, do I still have my half damage aura up?
Oh yeah, that's still up actually. So the total would have actually been 5. And you would have taken 2 necrotic damage, so your new total would have been 183. And the vampire wouldn't have got as much blood either.
Okay.
And the vampire then drags you back 1 square, ending its turn there. This vampire... I just realized this one should have been surprised anyway. Oh, just disregard its turn next turn. This one's surprised. It regenerates and is no longer surprised. They all start to wake up, hiss, jump to their feet. And it appears that you can't just kill them by hitting them hard. Dagger.
To ask a question, has that one actually taken a turn?
Yep. It's the next.
Okay.
It's round 2. So everyone's taking a turn now.
I will just shoot a crossbow at that one.
That hits. You put a crossbow bolt into the neck of the vampire, and they drop onto the ground, releasing Brew from the grapple.
We need something in here.
Scam.
Right, I'm gonna go up here a bit, probably. Go over there, and then I'm gonna produce flame at Breck there, who is attacking New Jimmy. New Jimmy? New Jimmy? One of the Jimmys.
Samurai
My
Jimmy.
name is Ishan. I'm not a samurai. That hits. The ball of fire poof, slams into Breck. Breck is just. All this time you have tricked Breck! As you watch as half his face is burnt away. Havel.
I'm going to. I'm going to have a pistol out. I'm going to aim it at Breck and fire.
Hit. You sink a bullet into him, it knocks him back a little bit. Blood just
Second
stains
shot.
his already decrepit looking clothing. That's another hit. More blood seeps through his clothes from that bullet hole.
Third shot.
Miss.
Ooh.
He ducks underneath it with supernatural speed.
Bonus action.
Hit. You put another bullet into his leg and he's looking very badly injured now.
Hmm. I could have done that with 10 feet. I'm gonna put away my pistol and draw out my nice looking silver greatsword. I think it was silver. Yeah, I got it from Get Yankee. And I'm gonna action surge. Wait, no, I already spent an action surge from last time. Never mind. I'll ignore all that.
Cage.
We'll step up here next to Scamp and Firebolt, our old friend. Oh!
Woo!
Ooh, buddy.
It wipes him out, knocks him straight off his feet, and catches him on fire as he falls to the ground.
And I'll just... Ooh.
You watch as those hideous burns disappear.
Oh, wow.
He gets back up. Breck is hungry! No limits here! And he tries to grab onto Ishan. And Ishan kicks him back. Back, fiend! He continues trying to grab a hold of him. And he does grapple Ishan now. And he drags him back 5 feet. Towards the corner. You could do an improvised weapon attack if you want, Pavel.
Nah.
Ishan just says, "Why won't it die? We need garlic!" And he attacks. Or was it ginger? That hits. And he just smashes the greatsword into Breck. Ah! He hits again and just basically bludgeons Breck back to the ground. Darius. Hello.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't realize I wasn't pushing down my talk. Push to talk. I'm going to step to here. Let's see, actually, goes here. Distance. That's a little too far. Okay.
It's all difficult terrain, so you can move 3
All right.
spaces in this room.
So I'll move to there, and I will cast a Sacred Flame on this one.
The vampire attempts to roll to the side and does roll straight
Ooh.
out of the way of that.
Damn. Okay. I will go ahead and bonus action. No, I won't. I don't have. Well, I'm messing with it. I can just barely see Cage. I can see Dagger. No, ignore that. Sorry. I will cast Mass Healing Word for myself, Brew, Cage, Dagger, and Ishan. Sure.
Whoa, thank you. That feels better.
So everybody gets 6.
Alright, this healing wind spreads out and washes over everyone there. Brew.
I'll call out, hey, these things seem to keep coming back. Anybody know how to keep them from healing?
Garlic!
You need to. You need to strike them with the radiant energy. If my assumption is correct, when they die, it will help their regeneration.
There's only one way to kill a vampire. I'm sure everyone knows what that is.
Silver.
No. That's werewolf. That's lycanthrope.
Oh.
It's not silver.
Stick to the
Well,
heart.
let's throw! It's a stake to the heart. That's how you kill a vampire. Wooden stake in the heart.
I look around for anything that I might be able to use as a stake. I have a piton, but I think they're metal, yeah?
Yeah, they're made from iron.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking around in these coffins. Is there anything that might be able to use as a stake?
The coffin is made of wood. You could snap off a spiky piece of wood.
I'm going to try that. Snap off a spiky piece of wood and then use my python hammer to hammer it into this vampire here.
Alright, well, to snap off a bit of wood will take your action. And
Okay.
you can... you don't need any ability check, Brew. You can just grab a piece of wood and just snap some off. Some of the coffins are in pieces as well, so they're splintered and whatnot. And you get a nice chunk of wood, reasonable size stake, and that's an improvised weapon, basically.
Oh, I'm good with those.
So wooden, yeah, especially for you. It's just a wooden piece of, like, a sharp wooden spike, basically. And in the hands of a normal person, it does 1 point of piercing damage. Obviously, for you, Brew, you're a bit more proficient with it, but it is an action to attack, so we'll have to do that next turn.
Alright. Yeah, I've probably used a piece of wood in a bar fight sometime.
You probably staked someone in the bar before, like, through the heart.
like on a dare, like after a lot of drinks. Hey, okay, you go first.
Yeah. You have a wooden stake. Call it just
all
a
right.
wooden stake. Improvised weapon.
Oh, good idea, Darius. I'll try and get this into him. Oh wait, there's 2 more down there. And I'll just move a little bit here. Sorry, my map is sliding on me. I'm not actually trying to run into the wall. Just trying to go right about there.
Okay. You jump
And,
over those coffins.
Yeah. And I guess, yeah, I'll actually, I'll have to sheath Sundeath so that I can get the hammer ready to get that stake
You
going.
don't need a hammer. You can use it.
Okay.
But it's a one. You can just force it in with one.
You
hand.
could just. Okay.
Yeah, it's about the size of a dagger. This vampire springs to her feet, and she leaps over here onto the wall. She dashes and she runs up to the ceiling. It's only 10 feet high in this room, and she's up there on the ceiling, hissing at you guys. Her claws are sticking to the wall like a cat. This is the vampire that cheated before and had a turn. All she does is regenerate, and that's it. She forgoes her turn this round. She's a dirty cheater. And this vampire, she regenerates. She wakes up, being rudely interrupted. She moves over here. She leaps onto the wall, and she takes a dash action, and comes over here. It's like and up in the corner of the ceiling. Dagger.
This one isn't within melee range of anyone, is
It
it?
is. They're
Ezra?
like, there's basically only two spaces. There's the one on the floor, and then there's the one on the ceiling. So if you're on the floor, you're in melee with anything on the ceiling.
Then I will shoot Ezra.
You kind of roll along the wall around the corner with your crossbow out.
I'll come over here for a better shot.
And you sink a bolt straight into her. For 45 damage, she's feeling that one. She starts to screech in agony. Scam.
Come down here and we're gonna frostbite Ezra.
Her hand has only just recovered from that cold energy, and it freezes over once more, and she's badly injured. Powerful.
Stick, 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 stick. Stick, stick. I'm gonna reach into my belt of many weapons, take out my where is it? A belaying pin, and tell me if I need an action or like a check for this. But I'm gonna snap it in half to have 2 pointy ends. Well, 2 stakes basically.
You can still drive. Oh yeah, actually, to make it, because that's like a bludgeoning weapon. You need to make an athletics check to try and break that in two. With an action.
Alright, hopefully. I'm a whole action shit. Alright, well, at least I have something to kill.
And you snap it over your knee, and you've got like 2 wooden spikes.
Alright. I'll give one to each gun.
And he waggles his finger at you. That kind of steak! It makes sense now.
Yep, it took me a while too, don't worry. I'll give him one if he can.
He takes it.
If he's willing
and
to hold
nods
it.
at you.
Okay, just step back, and already, I'm assuming now Breck is going to regenerate, so already a firebolt.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. And I'll end my turn.
And sure enough, Breck regenerates, and your firebolt will go off. It hits him, and it scorches him, but it's not enough to drop him. He's burning, he's hissing, he looks insane, and he's going to try and grab Pavel this time. See if he has any luck with him. It misses. It tries to claw at him again. And
Shield.
Cast shield. It's
I think it's not touched
back. Breck then hisses and tries to crawl back up into the corner. Ishan's gonna just swipe with his greatsword, dropping that stake on the ground. He misses. Breck goes up to the ceiling in the corner. And Ishan tries to chase him down. Die, fiend! He swings his greatsword at Breck. He misses. And then he hits. He pierces the greatsword into the vampire. It drops onto the ground prone. And he says, "No!" Darius.
Okay. I will. She's only 10 feet in the air, right?
Yeah. She's next to
All right.
you.
Then I will. Let's see. Yep, I'm going to bonus action planar warrior against her and try to hit her with my vicious whip.
That hits. And whoosh, you whip her, an explosion of force just knocks her off the wall onto the ground, prone next to you.
Brew, stake her. I'll use my movement to get 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will attack the prone one with advantage.
Hit. You whip the vampire and you just slice her with a whip. She's almost dead, covered in blood. Brr.
Alright, I'll try that. Then I'll move over here and recklessly attack this this one that's lying on the ground, all bleeding out or whatever they do.
Yeah, she's kind of bleeding, but she's regenerating. Not really bleeding out too much. And you take the wooden stake, that hits. And you basically just push it straight into her chest, directly hit her in the heart. Her eyes open, she hisses, and then all of a sudden, she turns into a fiery ash that scatters in the wind, vanquished.
Look out, you guys, they turn into ash. They're probably going to come for us in their ash form. Move over here beside Darius, and now that I have a free hand, I will attempt to grapple the one that's fully healthy. I'll attempt to grapple that one.
I think Sun Death goes out, right?
Well, I'm just holding it in one hand, I think.
You have a stake in one hand, sword in the other.
Oh, sorry. I thought I used that stake up in the. So I did not use the stake up.
No,
okay.
The stake doesn't actually get used up.
Okay, I totally misunderstood. In that case, I would actually, if I could, I would just attack the one that's downed instead of trying to grapple. I thought the stake was a single.
The stake doesn't turn into flame or anything like that. You stab it, and then the vampire turns into like a fiery ash, but you're still left with that wooden stake in your hand.
Okay, I should have asked.
And the stake's got a bit of like ash on it now.
So am I okay then to not do that grapple?
Disregard that.
Okay, so try to stake the one that's lying on the ground there.
That hits her. And you miss her heart, but you stab her right in the chest, and that's enough to incapacitate her again. AKA, they need to be on the ground unconscious to actually stake them in the heart.
Cool.
Or incapacitated in some
Can I grab? Then I will grapple her with my bonus action using my Tavern Brawler.
So you are now dropping the sword, right?
Oh, duh. Okay, never mind.
One day they'll bring out a feat where you can.
Oh my
grapple
god.
with your feet. But yeah,
I'm as smart as Brew.
You wouldn't be able to.
Sorry.
All right, vampire seeing the stake hisses and attempts to grab Darius with its long claws. It misses. It tries again, and it grapples him. And it starts dragging him away, provoking from you, Brew. You don't take any damage either, Darius. Oops, put the grappled on the wrong person. All it does is grapple, no damage. And you hit it with the stake. You spike the vampire, but the stake as a weapon itself is not very effective, and it still resists that attack. It takes 3 damage. This vampire wakes up. She gets up and she regenerates. She stands up and she hisses. She bares her fangs and she attempts to jump on you, bro.
Ah!
She misses. She tries again and she misses. You just push her back onto the ground. Dagger. Hello.
Oh, I was like, where? I forgot to unmute myself. I will take a shot at that one.
These things just keep on coming back. That hits. And the bolt incapacitates the vampire again, dropping it to the ground. Scam.
I'm gonna move into the room. And we're gonna frostbite this one up here now.
Now the icy wind surrounds the vampire's arm, freezing her claw up for 9 damage. Pavel.
Just gonna walk up, crouch down, aim the stake at its heart, and say, never done this before, so it might take me a couple tries.
Alright, you can make an improvised weapon attack. It's basically just a strength. It's a melee attack, so it's a strength check. Effectively.
I have made a macro. Or not macro, thingamabob. Oh, set to -3, -5. No, -5.
A 14 misses the vampire's heart.
Okay.
Sorry, wait, no,
Hopefully
that shouldn't be a 14. There's no sharpshooter, right? So it's a 19.
No. It's vanished? Oh, it's incapacitated, huh?
Advantage, prone,
Oh, yeah.
unconscious, incapacitated. And
Yeah, no sharpshooter.
you actually hit it. You hit it straight in the heart. And the same thing happens. It opens its eyes, it hisses at you, and then you watch as its entire body just turns into like a orange fiery ash that scatters away in the wind.
Alright. Still got my pistol in my other hand, switch it over. Alright, let's see if I can make it hit. Yep, I can still hit her. So this one right here, I'm gonna shoot her with my pistol with my other 3 attacks. Ooh.
Yeah. You sink a bullet, well-placed bullet into the vampire.
Now it's a well-placed bullet with sharpshooter.
Crit. Just blow away half of the vampire's face. You watch as it slowly regenerates. Big hole in its face is slowly closing up, covered in blood.
Bonus action. Ba-ba-ba.
Hit. And the vampire almost drops. Blood soaks its clothes, close to death. Cage.
Cage is going to bonus action teleport to behind Dagger. And then I'll just firebolt this one right here.
Hit. And the firebolt slams into the vampire, dropping it to the ground. Its grip releases on Dario.
And we'll move away from Dagger because Dagger gets mad when I use her as a shield. And end my turn.
Ishan is going to just say, "Come here, you fiends! In the name of Waterdeep, I will vanquish you." And he starts jumping over all these coffins. Dario.
Can I pick up a piece of splintered coffin and try and stake her?
You can, you'll have to use an action to actually break off a bit of wood in a spike. Surprisingly, vampires haven't left any sharp bits of wood laying around in their resting place.
That's not a nicely stacked pile of stakes.
Yeah, they've gotten rid of all those weapons that are the one key to killing them. You have to actually break a coffin apart in action, and it will require an athletics check.
Alright.
And that's enough. The wood's pretty brittle, almost petrified, and you just snap off a bit, and now you have a wooden stake.
Cool. So that was my action. I will take up position. And in my turn.
Bird.
I'll attack recklessly and try to stake the one right here in front of me.
Hit. Directly in the heart. Vanquished.
Move down here and look at Darius and say, "Hey, I think we're getting the hang of this," and try to stake the other one.
Hit. Vanquished. More ash scatters out throughout the coffins in the room. And then that's the end of that encounter. Still have some of the vampire's ash on the end of your stake.
Taste it just to see if it's good for the stew.
No.
And you guys wonder why I don't eat this
There we
food.
Alright. Something's clearly wrong here. Because I remember things usually die when you put holes into it.
So Cage was very impressed with the power of these stakes. He's going to ask Brew to make him some, if you wouldn't mind. Like 10. Specific.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll start smashing coffins.
Can Scamp just like trip and fall in the room and happen to like break off some steak pieces?
Sure.
I'm going to go invisible.
There's plenty of wood here. You can
Everyone,
gather up as many stakes as you need to get the 10 and 1 for everyone else. Takes about 5-10 minutes.
Cage is going to stack them so that they're close so he can grab them. And would they be considered tiny or small objects?
Tiny.
Tiny? Okay. And while Brew does that, I'll just search around and see if there's anything in here.
You can make a perception check to search around, Cage. And there's plenty of light in here, so you're not having to do that with disadvantage. You notice something. Amongst all of the wooden coffins, there's actually a piece of silver. It was just stacked under a couple of coffins. And what it is a silver rod with one end carved in the shape of a key.
oh no.
How big is this silver rod shaped like a key?
It's decent size. It's about half the size of a towel rack.
So about 18 inches.
Is it
I'm
look
not
like
sure
a
Cage
key?
knows what a towel rack is.
It's a. You said it looks like a key, right?
It's like a silver rod. Yeah, picture like a Harry Potter wand, and made of silver, like a circular tube, and one end is shaped like a key. Pretty large, basic looking key.
Think this opens the door over there with the dragon?
Dagger ever shared that, but yeah, maybe we can try.
Has it been 10 minutes since I cast Detect Magic?
Yeah, that's gone down already.
You think it's magical?
I don't know, but I can't cast that again right now, so.
I'll tuck my piece of steak in my belt just in case.
There you go. That's what it looks like. Half the size of a tower rack. Definitely not a tower
I think
rack,
that's a
though.
curtain rod, not a towel rod.
Exactly. That's not the key side of it as well, of course. Alright, so
Hey, is that a door there?
there's a door.
Where? Ooh.
Look at
Doors.
you, Brew.
Ah,
Let's,
ate my veggies today.
let's go stab things with stakes.
Hey, Dagger, you want a steak? Where are you?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Suggest everyone take a wooden stake.
Yeah.
I took one.
Yeah. Ishan practices.
Nice moves. Oh, Bro will go back and pick up the great sword that he dropped. Say, huh, silver.
Silver.
Brew will listen at the door there.
Make a perception check. Ishan says, I really put my strength into it this time when he makes that second attack. You don't hear anything, it's dead quiet.
Shall we open it?
Open away.
I'm game.
I'll push it open.
Alright, you slowly open the door, it creaks on its iron hinges. And inside there are 6. We'll take a 10-minute break and I'll let you know what it is when we get back.
6 horrible vampire lords that are going to eat us.
Stay tuned to find out what it is soon. I'll see you guys back in 10.
6 magical items that will help our party immensely.
Maybe.
Ooh, 6 artifacts?
BRB.
Hey, Pavel, did you decide what you're going to go with at 16?
Yes, I did. It was between Tavern Brawler and Alert, and I chose Alert because of story reasons, even though, and plus of that nice benefit, like it's a lot of good things. Even now I'm still on the fence, but I just feel like Alert's better. But Tavern Brawler's
Alert's always great.
What's your dexterity?
It is not 20 yet, but I know I should get it to 20, but I just
Getting it to 20 is more important. In my opinion.
it is, but I'm okay for now, I think. But that getting a 5% increase to hit is good too.
How's everyone doing?
Where am I?
Oh, good.
Wait, what? Where are you?
I'm like with a bunch of cultists.
What?
You converted on us?
I got no idea why you're there.
Me neither.
That I have no explanation as to why that had happened.
Pavel
I
stepped
thought
into
you
the
were-
ethereal plane and came out the other side in the wrong place.
Alistair just teleported him.
Do you think I accidentally clicked something?
I got no idea how you got there. It might have been a Roll20 glitch or something. When
I feel bad.
ping the map or something. Alright, we left off on a bit of a cliffhanger. As you open the door to this hall, you see 6 pillars supporting the ceiling. They're 20 foot high ceiling. There are 6 pillars supporting it.
Are you sure it's not 5 pillars?
Definitely 6. They actually buttress the ceiling. So they form archways.
Seems pretty safe.
It's quite a large hall, but it's completely empty. Apart from cobwebs. A couple little
Dagger?
rats scurrying about.
Did I hear my name?
Did you want to check it out?
There are 3 other exits from this room. There's a door north, and there's 2 doors west. One of them is set into an alcove, other one's flush with the wall. It's a large empty hall. There's nothing in here. Unless
Can I check this door out?
cobwebs. Or spiders. It looks like every other door you've seen. It's made of a red stone. With a circular stone handle. It's had on iron hinges.
Should I open it, guys?
Yeah.
It's hearing a no. Alright. I'll open the door.
You pull it open and it leads to the hall where you just came from.
We'll close the door.
Ishan says, I thought we were looking for a gate.
We are.
We're trying to get back to Waterdeep. But there have not been any here.
We've just barely started looking. It's a very large place. The gates are very spread out.
What about
And this
these?
is also
He points to the pillars. Kinda
Those
look
are
like archways.
pillars, not gates.
It forms a buttress. That's a gate.
Not the right type of gate. We need a magical gate. That is a portal.
I had a buttress one time. Oh, I thought you said mistress.
Don't worry,
I had
I
a-
get confused with words as well. I literally thought a steak was like a piece of beef. And you fed it to vampires.
That might work too. We haven't tried it yet.
You fight well. I am going to stick near you. And I know I will be safe.
Yeah, well, I saw you swinging that sword pretty good yourself there. No wonder Waterdeep is in such good hands.
Trust in the watch. I do what I can.
You ever hear a Tempest? And Brew will start rambling.
Oh, Tempest.
but get it most of it wrong, probably.
He gives you a strange look.
Actually, he is proficient in religion. He might be alright.
Make a religion check, Brew. Let's see what you tell this guy. It's pretty accurate. And he seems interested. Tempest, I will look into this. Yes, a god of war. Interesting. Seems to grant you many powers.
Oh yeah, he keeps me alive when I oughtn't be.
Let us
That
pray
is
to
true.
Tempest to keep us all alive on this day.
I'll hold out my flaming sword towards him and say, feel free to hit your head on this. I think it might bless you.
The flames from that sword. Is this also a blessing from Tempest?
Yeah, look at my forehead. Brew has a scar there that's in the shape of an upright flaming sword. See?
Oh,
Tempest marked me. Maybe he'll mark you too.
I have much to learn from you all. You seem so powerful compared to me. I am but a shadow.
Nah, you're fine.
Let us not encourage him headbutting flaming swords.
He's not that crazy. He's not gonna just place his head on the sword, but
I've heard him speak. I don't think he's that crazy. I think he's that dumb.
is anyone opening that door?
I was waiting on Brew and Nishan to stop talking. I'm gonna do
And
my.
I did a perception check on him. So
Okay. It's a
where do I
door.
open it?
I don't know what to say other than it's made of stone and it has a handle. It leads to a 10-foot wide, 10-foot high hallway, and you see more of these candles made of black wax, purple flames that give off no light.
Good.
It's like a maze of hallways up here as well. It's just different passages leading off in all different directions.
Dagger, pick a direction, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you want to. Who wants to go first?
No, I'm telling Dagger to go first.
Oh, yeah.
As the one who can get around without being seen, I would imagine her to be very valuable in this.
Oh, definitely.
It's
I don't know.
It's pretty quiet and pretty empty here, Dagger. You move around and you spot a door to the south of this large hall, and pillars just creating different hallways around. You could imagine this being some sort of gallery where things are hung, but whatever its original purpose is, there's no sign of it anymore. Everything's fallen to decrepitness and to time. Dust and cobwebs, spiders, bats, and rats. A couple of bats here and there screech and fly off when you probably don't even alert them, actually, Dagger, never mind. They don't even know you're there.
looking back at Scamp and Brew. I meant to ask, when you first came to Undermountain, did you have to go by a gentleman who thought, or who was acting?
Where are you going?
He was quite annoying.
There were a whole bunch of them. Unfortunately, most of them are not alive anymore. It's just that the one.
Were they slain by some horrible creatures?
You could say that.
Yeah. Scamp, you're not horrible. Let's go to the south. There's a door down there.
You guys head through these hallways, and it does not look like anyone.
All the ones to the south funnel to the same direction.
You got another door. This is a single stone, plain-looking door.
I'll check to make sure it's not trapped.
Okay, make a perception check. It looks like a door. There's nothing special about it.
I'll open it up.
You open up the door and the room ahead is huge. The ceiling soars 30 feet overhead. You hear the sound of running water. And you see a stone arch set into the south wall.
Gate!
Gate!
Yay, gate.
Who did Roland give the Decahedron to?
Gave it to you, Powerful.
It's not necessarily freedom.
What?
Okay.
This is the gate, is it not? A magic gate?
It
Yep.
is a.
It's all yours.
Seb, what does this fountain look like?
So there are two fountains. They are in alcoves west and east. It's made of stone, and the water spout, it's carved to look like a dragon's face with wings kind of spread up against the wall, and it just splashes water into this ornate stone basin. The water feels cool, and it looks very clean.
All right. If I touch the water, does anything happen?
It's cool to the touch. Your glove gets wet.
Okay. I'm going to take like a handful and take a sip.
It's refreshing. It's cool. It's clean. It's H2O.
Nice. So does the does the gate give us a clue to which level it might head to?
It's a stone arch. It feels cool to the touch. The gate stone does. The number 13 swells with magical energy. The arch itself is decorated with gold inlaid images of dragons in a majestic scene of flight. And carved into the wall above the arch are words written in Draconic.
Fuck.
It does. You're pretty. You know most of the Draconic swear words. It doesn't say that. You're pretty sure.
I am fluent in cursing the Draconic, and it's none of this.
Ishin says, "Damn it! I only know one language. Usually common," it says here.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So just keep throwing every object we have at it until one works.
No.
everything related to the thing, maybe dragons. You could throw a bunch of dragons at it.
I got a few dragons here just in my bag of holding.
Oh, you mean like a gold piece?
Maybe.
Aren't they dragons up top?
They are.
Brew will take a potato out of his sack of potatoes and throw it at the gate.
Potato does not activate the arch gate, unfortunately.
Okay, that's one thing. Process of elimination.
Good one.
We are
Narrowed that
we're not going to throw every item we own at the gate.
Brew holds out like a bit of meat, a dagger. But what about this one?
No.
Okay.
I'm so frustrated right now.
Ishan seems very sad and disappointed. Wait, what? You mean we cannot use it?
If we do not know what... There is a process each gate has, and if we do not know the process, then we cannot activate the gate. Each one is unique, and this one apparently needs draconic language skills. So unless you speak of the dragon, no toque nada.
I
Now,
thought the
vamonos.
potato would work.
Yeah, me too. Well, you
Are
win
you
some.
sure you're not his father?
You win some, you lose most.
I'm sorry, what's the
Yes.
gate stone number for that one?
13. Well, I am parched. That water, I am going to drink some. And he tops up a water skin. Drink some.
Well, that's a good idea.
You guys can all top up your water skin. Do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll drop mine.
Alright.
Top by now.
It's nice fresh water. Might even feed from the river on the floor above.
The one that Brood bathed in.
Yeah. You actually see all these chunks of dirt floating around in there, so maybe.
Oh,
Hopefully Brood didn't pee in it when he was floating around.
The water
no.
tastes like brew, basically.
oh dear.
Brew flavor.
Well, he has been bathing lately, so
This area is door central.
That's the doors.
Yeah. That door probably leads to the one from the other room.
Got a few doors over here to the left, or two doors specifically. And
There's a
then
bunch
sort
of
of a
doors to
hallway.
the north.
Double doors to the left, south. Sort of a cavern up north here.
There's a set of really big doors down here.
Those are all-
Ooh, that's good.
Like big doors. Big doors entirely. Yep.
Usually means
doors are
money.
always better.
Alright, bro, your barrier has gone down now.
oh, sparkles.
You have to go find yourself another gold star there, Mario.
Alright, so these doors are just single red colored doors. These are double doors and they're arched. And they look like the entrance to something grand.
Well,
Which door should we open?
For the big ones.
I do like the big door.
Don't you know, Pavel? Bigger is always better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check for traps, sure, because I
Perception
feel
check.
like those are more stone doors, and I can't
As you're
hear through them.
doing that, there's this this grey fog slowly creeping in from behind you guys. And it gets to about here. As soon as it comes to the source of bright light, the fog just kind of rolls around it. It's like the light blocks the fog.
Like me, it doesn't like the light.
Can I toss a produce flame at it and see if it scatters from that?
The produced flame, yeah, it causes like a tube to open up in the fog. It moves away and then slowly moves back in as the flame subsides.
I saw a lot of fog at sea, and I've never seen nothing like that.
These doors are 12 foot tall. They're arched. They're very ornate looking, but they don't seem hazardous in any way.
Shall we? I'll give him a shove.
Alright, you push them open, and a bit of dust washes over you, and then this fog. It rolls over you, it chills you to your bone, and it floods this entire room. The ceiling soars to a height of 30 feet, and there are these very ornate, crumbling stone arches lining the walls, bracing the ceiling. And you feel like you just stood into, like you just entered like a throne room or something.
Oh.
It's very good.
Whoa. What do you guys make of this?
Should we press on? Oh, never mind. He's gone.
Yeah, Bree's just kind of.
Wrong, Bruin?
Well, he's sort of. I'm sort of like checking out the walls. Wow, this is really majestic.
Cage, what do you see down there with your...
I don't see anything, really. Just a lot of fog, and then something at the very, very end. Pile of rubble, I believe. Sorry, I keep forgetting that I can see a lot further than you guys.
Well, let's go have a look.
Okay.
Punishin.
There's fog swirling around you. Unlike that other fog, this one doesn't seem to move away with the light. And fog does come up behind you guys, kind of moving in, stops by this threshold of this room.
Ooh, I don't think the fog likes your light.
If you've seen the movie Pitch Black, I think Scamp's trying to stay within the bright light of...
I haven't seen that, but I read a lot of Stephen King, so I get it.
At the very end of this hall,
I can't read Stephen King.
there's a short flight of steps leading to a dais or an alcove where you'd put a throne, but there's no throne. Instead, there's just a big pile of rubble, like the remains of a throne.
How big is the pile? Is it worth looking through, or is it just a small little...
There's something in there.
Ooh.
Alright.
Should I?
I'll go ahead and I'll point it out to Pavel, and I'll look through it if Pavel wants to also.
Yeah, let's both go look through it.
Okay. Both of you make a dexterity check. Let me see who starts
dexterity.
looking through it first. Who's quicker?
Oh, he's definitely gonna win.
Jesus.
Cage is
Damn!
Gage, the second you touch the throne, you slump over. You don't like collapse or anything, but you just slump over, incapacitated, like
Oh,
unconscious.
shit.
And you experience a vision.
Wow.
And in this vision, you're actually standing down here. No one else is around you. There's no fog in the room. And the room looks like it's in good condition. As you look to the south, standing against the south wall where that throne is, you actually see a stone throne. And sitting in it is a skeletal warrior. He's not armored. He has red pinpricks of light in his eye sockets. And he's just kind of slumped there. And he says, to you. He's like addressing you, Cage. Is this to be the legacy of Vanrakdoom Star? A Shadow King damned to rule these moonless halls, fending off assassin, mad wizard, and ghosts of the ancient dead. Is this all that Shah has to offer? I have drunk my fill of darkness and loss, old friend. And with that, the vision ends. And Cage, you like kind of just, you don't realize that you're unconscious. You experience that vision though, and it's very real. It burns in your mind clearly what had just happened.
Wow. So I'll pick myself up and tell everyone that what I saw, and I think I saw the evil guy that runs this area.
What did you touch?
The throne.
Suddenly, this black smoke seeps out from the rubble surrounding you and Pavel. And
no.
we're going to roll initiative. It takes the form of a very large dragon. Its scales jet black, its form made of shadow. It's on Braxicar. And it
Son of a...
coalesces around you all, looks down and just says, leave this place at once! It screeches at you guys. And Dagger, you're up first.
Cage would want that to be his pet.
Shoot.
Miss. The bolt goes straight through it.
Mm.
Fool! Leave! The dragon says again. The dragon looks quite vicious, and it roars again. Tendrils of shadow extend out around the dragon's form, and darkness starts to spill out of its mouth. In the darkness there is this crackling purple lightning. It opens its mouth, and it screams again. Be gone, intruders! And everybody make a wisdom saving throw against being frightened. Uses its frightful presence.
I'm gonna luck that. And probably Indomitable after that too. Yep.
Hey, is a failure. And
Wow.
you become frightened, Pavel. The dragon sends a chill up your spine. And that's the dragon's turn. Darius.
I'm going to taking a defensive position, but not like unfurling my whip yet. I'm going to call out to Umbraxakar and say, Callista, if you are still there, it is time for you to return to the surface. Leave these shadowed halls.
Your words fall on deaf ears. Leave! The dragon screeches with even more ire. Just makes the dragon angrier.
Fair enough. I I will. Throw up a Spirit Guardians. Where is it? Spirit Guardians, where'd you go? There it is. Just at normal level, 3rd.
Radiant energy extends outwards, starts to swirl around, and passes straight through the dragon. Dragon will make a save on its turn. Scamp.
So it looks like the Spirit Guardians are passing through the dragon.
I mean, they pass through everything.
I guess I was pondering if I should check to see if this is an illusion.
If you want to check to see if it's an illusion, you can make an investigation check. When you look at it, it looks very, very real. And you could almost feel the breath of it washing by you when it screams at you to leave.
Do that. We'll try and frostbite it. I'm sure it doesn't have a high con save or anything, so this will go well.
It doesn't affect the dragon. Cage.
Is it Darius that has a light besides Brew that's lighting all this up?
Yeah, Darius has got light cantrip.
So I'm gonna disengage. What do I got? I'm just gonna get the hell out of here.
Live to fight another day.
No, I mean I'm all for fighting it. I just don't want to be the squishy guy standing right next to it.
Ishin looks at the dragon and says, "We should do what the dragons say!" And he sprints. He runs off. He's not so brave anymore.
Maybe not into the mist.
Brave Sir Robin.
Let him run off and
I'll try
he
my luck,
He can be our canary.
Pavel.
Pavel shaking, fear in his eyes, face lose of color. He's going to keep his silenced pistol and slowly back away, disengaging, using his action. Action disengage.
Yes! Run! Leave! Be gone! The dragon screams. Never come back here!
He's very angry.
Brute.
Bro.
For a minute, I was like, did my mic go out?
Is he muted?
Same.
Must be having audio issue. Maybe try reconnect. I'm guessing he can hear us.
He's moving. So. Oh.
Hello?
Check. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, it's working now.
Yeah, we got you now.
Now we got.
I think I missed part of the dialogue there. I couldn't tell. Were we deciding to fight or to leave? I couldn't tell what was said.
No, I was just disengaging because I was standing right on top of him, and I'm not the guy to melee him.
Okay. Then as I'm running up past Darius, I'll say, I don't know. I remember you saying if we're trying to save it, like maybe we should leave and then kill whatever's holding it here. I don't know. And then I'll just stand there. I'll actually take the dodge action and just hold Sun Death up. I'm not quite sure I want to engage it yet.
Okay, take a dodge action. And the dragon just says, "Fool!" And then it actually just vanishes.
Whoa!
As you run it, obviously not frightened of the dragon. it fades away. Kind of disperses into the fog.
Kind of feel like it was more not really here. Was that in my head, or was it? Did you guys all see that?
No,
I saw it.
think it.
Saw it.
I thought it was a serious fight on our hands.
Yeah. Rue, I saw something in that rubble if you want to go look. I don't think I want to go near it.
Me neither.
Huh. Okay.
So it's just a big pile of rubble, and there looks to be something kind of glistening and gleaming in there. It's a suit of armor. It's a chain shirt. It's ancient, but still preserved, suggesting that it's a magic item.
Well, this is interesting. Ooh.
It's a luminous set of ancient mithril armor.
Well then. Brew, I know you don't use this, but possibly one of the others could.
Yeah, I don't think it fit me. Brew pats his belly.
It's very flexible. It's mithril.
It's Under Armour. It'd fit.
Yeah. No, I definitely don't need it.
What'd you find?
Well, and I kind of hold the shirt up like a matador with a cape.
You're not frightened anymore, Pavel.
Thank God. Mithril armor. Huh. Why did that dragon appear to tell us to leave, you think?
Maybe it's related to the guy that was on the throne that was guarding this place somehow.
From what Cage said, Vanrakdoom Moonstar.
That was ominous.
Old
That's Von Rock, actually. He's very upset. Well, you said it's a chain shirt, Seb?
Yeah, it's a chain shirt. It's a magic item, you can tell, because it looks so ancient, yet it has this luminosity about it. It's obviously magic. You would need to identify it to know what it does.
Just based on the armor, I would say that it is not something that I would necessarily need to wear, but someone who's more of a medium armor person would probably do very well in it.
I don't do metal.
This is Mithril. It's basically gemstone.
That fog vanishes as the light gets near it.
I don't do medium.
I have just. I don't know if you've earned armor yet.
He's wearing armor. He's wearing full plate.
Why
Sure.
are you treating me like this? I am equal.
Oh, you're serious. I'm sorry.
I don't want
Plate
it
is
anyway.
better-
I have this
Plate.
this armor anyway, taken from the Githyanki.
It's better armor. Yeah.
Check these
I'm
doors.
going invisible.
It was just a test to see if you think I am worthy. I am real. I am a real person.
Ishan,
Sure you are, Samurai Jimmy.
you are. It's just if something happens and the armor. And, I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of us are more hardy than you, and we could take a hit. So, yeah.
That sounds like an argument to give him the armor.
Oh, well, he has half blade's
I
better
bet
than
you
chain
I
shirt.
can beat you in an arm wrestle, boy.
I don't doubt that, but I am willing to try.
Please
Very well.
don't whip out your dicks and measure.
I will give you an arm wrestle. If I beat you, I get the armor. And if you beat
I'm
me,
not-
I will shut my mouth.
I'm not willing to
Shoshana.
bet. I'm not willing to bet myself, but I bet Brew if you want.
I do not want my arm broken. No, thank you. I feel like he will rip my whole arm off. And beat me with it.
Right, then the armor
By the
goes
way-
to a bag of holding, and we move on.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right. Door number 2.
I'll open it.
Pull it open and you start to see some clay gourds stacked in a corner, some wooden shelves, a wooden table. A storage area or something, or a workshop.
Hello. Seb?
Hello?
Oh, there you go.
You're
Sorry,
really
guys.
quiet.
I totally lost my communications there for the last 30 seconds.
I'm starting to lose my communication.
I mean, you can't really hear you too well, Pavel. You sound really quiet. Basically, he wanted to arm wrestle Pavel, and Pavel suggested that he arm wrestle you, like Ishan. And Ishan was worried that you're going to rip his arm off and beat him to death with it, so he declined the offer to arm wrestle you.
Yeah, it would hardly be fair. Look at how greasy my hands are.
So,
Seb, can I inspect around the room?
yeah, the room contains some flasks of oil, some ceramic crucibles, some wooden candle molds, and some other supplies and tools on tables and shelves. And it's a chandlery. This is a place where you would make candles. You find different ingredients that would be used to create these black wax candles that burn with purple flames. There's no explanation as to the secret process that allows them to illuminate nothing. Or only illuminate the darkness, if that makes sense.
Fair enough. Can I look around to see if there's a secret, like a hidden door in the room?
Yeah, you can make a perception check to examine the walls. There is a shelf against the northern wall, and shelves lining it. So you're basically just looking on the left and right wall. You don't notice anything special.
Fair enough.
Quite a lot of supplies here. You feel like they could pump out hundreds of these candles easily.
Apparently, I found the White Girl Wicca room. To each their own, at least.
We got all the doors over here.
Well, this was not in that same room. I'll push this door open.
It just leads to the chandlery again.
Oh, it does. So circle back around. I just didn't see the bottom of it. Okay.
Your spirit guidance has gone down now too, Darius. It's been 10 minutes.
So we got a cave north of us, but we've checked these doors, right?
Yeah, that's the sick-pillared hole in the room of the crazy vampire.
Making progress.
cleared this area. We got a little cave up here. I think we walked past before.
So, yeah, all of a sudden the dungeon tiles give way to rough-hewn tunnels.
Here's the pits. So I guess... Oh!
See something?
You want to go up to the cave or go back over the pits and...
I'm always down to explore new territory, but what does everyone else think?
I think that you need to find someone who reads Draconic.
Definitely.
Let's continue right. Right is always right.
All right.
Right.
We
Right.
do have the other side of that bone pits.
Oh, I saw the pit coming down when we originally came from.
No, I meant the other side of the pit. None of us crossed it.
We also got a T crossing up top, up north.
It goes back to where we came in from.
Yeah.
You guys head north. You see the Pit of Darkness. Up ahead there's an intersection. To your left there's a wide hallway, and to your right there's hundreds of bats roosting on the ceiling. Bat guano covering the floor.
Or hallways.
Yeah, you
Right.
can hear like a voice. It's like a rhythmic voice coming from this direction. It's very quiet. You're only just kind of picking up on it.
There's a voice coming from the left. Sounds rhythmic, maybe like a chant. It's the only thing I can think of that might be rhythmic.
Sounds pretty chanty.
Like
It's hard for you to
Tibetan monk style.
It's pretty undiscernible, indistinct.
Hmm. Left then?
Do it!
Alright, when you guys get to this intersection, you can all kind of hear it a bit more now, particularly Scamp. And you can actually make out words. There seems to be two sources of chanting, one to your right and one to your left. And it's saying, darkness quench the sun, darkness swallow the moon, we are nothing but the night. Darkness quench the sun, darkness swallow the moon, darkness claim this dungeon, and all that dwell within. And then there's like an anguished scream. Coming from this direction. On top of the
I
chanting.
think we should go north. It sounds like somebody might be in trouble.
10
Kill
players.
the-
It's probably just
Guard
one of
people.
them.
Trust in the watch. We will save them.
It's probably just a cultist.
Could be that one thing that one vampire's talking about, the food bag, meat bag, blood bag.
If they
Are
are
you
in
okay
danger,
there?
they should be helped, Shan says. Cultists or
I
not.
agree.
I don't think they're in danger.
I think we should go kill the cultists, but we can come back to them.
They'll always be there.
The chanting's coming from the same direction that this screaming is.
I don't know where you are, Dagger, but wanna maybe surprise him? Or nah.
This chanting continues, and you can just hear it. It's pretty loud from here. You can clearly hear it. It goes over and over again. Darkness quench the sun. Darkness swallow the moon. We are nothing but the night. Darkness quench the sun. Darkness swallow the moon. We are nothing but the night. And all of a sudden, you take a look, Dagger, and you see these cultists, 6 of them. They have masks on, black robes, and the robes are lined
Look like pillars?
with like a purple lining on the robe, and they're kneeling on these rough woven mats, and they're chanting in these low tones. And in the middle of all of these cultists is another cultist wearing a black and purple robe and like a plague doctor mask, and they're standing there kind of screaming a little bit, while hundreds and hundreds of rats swarm all over the person, engulfing them. And all of a sudden these cultists stand up, and they all look towards you guys, because they have detected you. They've seen your light sources, and they ignite. They catch on fire. All of the cultists become engulfed in a purple flame. You're the closest, Dagger. What do you do?
I'll take a shot at Kafra.
Alright. As you line up a shot, they're drawing scimitars, and they're looking towards everyone else, and they stop chanting, and you hear a couple of them say, "We have company." Alright, Ishan says, "We have been found. Time to kill them." And he takes a dash action, he just runs in. Ah!
I'm gonna kill Samurai and Jimmy. Fuck the cultists, I'm gonna kill Samurai and Jimmy. No, just kidding.
I'm not a samurai! He screams.
You're a Samurai Jack! He was just a good facsimile.
The cultists here don't really seem to be aware of you, Dagger.
Okay, I will take a shot at Kafra. And I told you guys the one screaming was a cultist.
And that hits. And the cultist just dies instantly. They just tumble
That
to the
is-
ground. You hit him in the chest, and that purple flame vanishes.
Dashing through the halls.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Alright, as the cultists are taking up arms, that one in the middle is staying completely still, and those rats are just crawling all over the cultists. Dario.
Okay, I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 20 to there. 25, 30. Hey, I've got vision. Cool. Yeah, let's see. plenty of space. Cool. I will cast a Toll of Flames on Hong.
You notice there are actually torch sconces with purple flames lining the walls of this room, and unlike the other ones, these ones actually do emit light. The cultist attempts to jump out of the way, and it almost burns the cultist to the ground. Scam.
I'm gonna move up a bit. I'll take the dodge action.
Alright, the cultists have already drawn arms. They were quick to react to intruders. And it just runs forward and just says, "Feel the darkness. May it burn you." And when he gets here, he vanishes, teleporting right next to Darius and Ishan. Scimitar in hand, he slashes at Darius. He misses. Cage.
It lives in the darkness, and he will firebolt this guy.
That hits. The firebolt slams into the cultist and he's knocked over to the ground. That purple flame that surrounds his black robes vanishes. Another cultist surrounded with purple flames runs forward, scimitar raised over its head. "Darkness consumes the light," he says. And he teleports next to Scam and slashes at Scam. Miss. You dodge back out of the way. Brew.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
I will go ahead and try to hit Serenade in the face with the pommel of Sundeath.
Hit. You smack the cultist over the face, and cultist chuckles.
And then I'll grapple it as a bonus action.
Alright, you grab the cultists, and they're fairly frail but slippery, and the cultist slips out of your grip. That purple flame expands outwards as well, giving off a bit of heat.
Alright, then I'll just put two hands on Sundeath and swing at him.
That hits. And you just cut the cultist down, killing them instantly. The purple flame vanishes.
Squishy.
Squish, squish. I'll dash too. Yeah, here seems good.
The cultist who's being swarmed with the rats does not move an inch. Stays there. Unflinching. Another purple flame cultist runs up around the corner. Darkness, quench our enemies. The cultist vanishes, reappearing behind Darius. Swings its scimitar at Darius. Miss. Another cultist runs in. The cultist is going to move up to here and say, "Darkness, swallow the moon." He vanishes, reappearing here with a wisp of shadow coming in at Ishan with his scimitar. Miss. Another cultist runs forward, vanishes into shadow and darkness, and appears over here, swinging his scimitar at Darius. Miss. Alright, Ishan, he has these flames surrounding him, and all these purple flames lick out towards Ishan, and he starts to scream, ah, ah! And he tries to dodge the flames, and he's going to take the damage. You do get burnt by these. Because there are 3, he actually just takes the most potent one, so I'm going to roll 3 times. Whoa. And he screams, that purple flame, ah! It burns, he says, as he takes 20 radiant damage. He takes his greatsword and he attacks this cultist. Miss. Swings over its head. Whoosh, slices the cultist. The cultist chuckles and is covered in blood. Dagger.
Okay, I will shoot at this cultist. Zandival, I think.
Okay. That hits. And you extinguish his flame. It hits him straight in the neck. He drops to the ground dead instantly. They're not much trouble, these guys.
Get over there.
The rats and the cultists continue doing their thing over there. Darius, make a dexterity save for starting next to these radiant flames of Shah. And I'm not sure if anyone has seen the holy symbol of Shah, but I dare say at least Darius and Cage know. The holy symbol of Shah is a black disc surrounded by a purple border, and these cultists very much look like a living representation of that. You succeed the save, Darius, and you still take 11 radiant damage from the purple flame.
Ooh, alright. I'm not gonna fuck around with these people. I will planar enemy this hurt one next to Taru, and then attack him twice with my whip.
Miss.
That's not miss.
That hits.
So all the damage becomes force damage.
The cultist collapses to the ground. The purple flame is extinguished.
And I'm just gonna look at the one in front of me and just say, well then, come at me, bro.
Cultist just chuckles. Yes. Yes, I will. Let my darkness consume you. Scam.
I'm going to move up and around here. And then we will want to frostbite the rats. They're on the guy.
Rats start to freeze and break into pieces, and you kill about a third of the swarm. The cultist says, "Stop that! Stop that! I need this!" Cage.
I'm gonna tell this cultist to go back to Shar, buddy. And I miss.
It almost hits him. He has to duck under Darius to avoid that attack.
But I'll move on up.
I'm gonna move on up. Huh. Hey, buddy, you got a bunch of rats on you.
I
You guys
know
take 'em
that.
off.
Just shh.
I'll dash. And go here. Here, just hold still. I think I can get them off if you just hold still.
Pavel.
I'm just gonna lift my pistol up and shoot this guy. Oh wait, that's. Ooh.
That's fire.
Clean and reload and fire.
Hit. And you just kill the cultist instantly. The flame vanishes and he collapses to the ground in a pile of robes.
Hey there, you haven't come attacked us. You want me to kill those rats for you?
The cultist stays dead still, but only speaks. Leave them.
Okay. I'll shoot one. Just cuz.
Hit. And you are just about wipe out all of the rats. This cultist is staying dead still. There's only a couple of rats scurrying around him. Ishan just rushes up. Die, evil, he says. He dashes there. Dagger.
Is that cultist prone?
No, he's standing there and he has the rats crawling all over him.
Okay, I'll shoot him.
That hits. And the cultist panics. And the second that the cultist panics and tries to avoid the attack, the rats bite into his neck and consume him, devouring him. And then the rats just keep on feasting on his body, not paying much attention to you guys.
Careful, Brew. They might go after you next. I saw this in a video game once.
This is the weirdest
That was a good
thing
shot.
I've stumbled upon. Yeah, it was. Why did he want the rats to be around him?
Would have been nice to find out.
I don't think he would have told us. He seemed really cuckoo in the head.
Ishan cuts through the remaining rats. It is evil. Some sort of ritual. That is all the information we need.
Strange group of people.
Definitely.
I told you
So
the
we can-
screaming person was a cultist.
Well, I'm
Why would
sorry.
you
I want to
scream?
help people, Dagger.
We did not know that for sure, but now we do. We can sleep at night.
Oh, down in this place, they're all evil.
They have not been all evil.
Hey,
I mean,
you found me, didn't you? The sole survivor of the Mind Flayer colony?
We did. We also found rations and jibber jabber and halistry.
They
And all of
weren't
the goblins
screaming-
on level 2.
They weren't screaming for our help.
true.
While they discuss this, I'm going to go ahead and check the cultist bodies.
I feel like, out of anyone, I must have some sort of special purpose. Out of all the people that the Mind Flayers could have taken, they only took me.
I'm just waiting on you to turn into one of them.
The cultists wear black robes with a purple lining. They wear masks that are just made of ceramic. And that's it. They have scimitars.
Sounds good. Nothing I can use.
I mean, Ishan, maybe you did have some sort of purpose. I don't know. You were in a different holding cell than everyone else. But
What do you mean, everyone else?
I mean,
I was the
us.
only survivor. Oh, you mean
Yeah.
out of me, the troglodyte, and the Grimlock?
Yeah.
Oh! For a second there, I thought that there were a large group of other survivors that were instantly killed in your presence before you rescued me.
Yeah. Pavel's just gonna wipe his forehead. Just like, yeah.
No, no, never.
Oh, okay. Perhaps I have a special purpose. Perhaps it is to be with you all and help conquer the evil in this world, while taking an even share of the loot.
Everyone has a special purpose.
I just want to get you back to surface.
I'm going invisible.
What is out of just sheer curiosity, Darius pushes open this door.
You intrude on a couple of cultists.
Oh no!
They're
Hello.
Standing in the middle of the room, and around a wooden trestle table, there's a couple of flickering candles that don't really go off any light, and there are some bottles of oils and some very fine treasures. And one of the cultists, they seem to be quite involved in what they're doing, oiling all of these valuables. And one of the cultists just sort of says, "Not now," without really looking up to see who's there. "We are busy."
Well then, I'll give you one opportunity to drop what you're doing and put your hands in the air.
The cultists look up at you. "Intruders!" Immediately, these purple flames turn on. They draw scimitars, and they rush you. "Darkness quench the sun!" they just say, like some sort of brainwashed ritualistic phrase. And they don't seem to register any threat of danger or death. "Darkness will consume your light," they say. Brew.
The light of Tempest will purify you. If you're worthy, he might send you back. Let's find out, shall we?
"But we
And
are
also-
nothing. We are nothing but the night." And he's dead.
Oh.
I guess you're right.
He does not finish his sentence. You slice him in two, and the other cultist says, "Darkness! Quench the light! Darkness! Darkness, my old friend!"
Brew looks him squarely in the eye. "I've come to talk with you again." And I'll, holding Sundeth in my left hand, draw a hand axe and chuck it at this guy, this other one here.
And that's a hit. The hand axe sticks into his arm, and he looks slightly injured. Dagger. Dagger uses her legendary attack and chooses to kill the cultist.
I do.
He's dead. He didn't stand a chance.
That is some legendary action right there.
He collapses onto the ground, and his last words are, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
Come to talk to you once again.
For that, very involved encounter. You guys learnt a lot. 7 experience points. And so as you bring a bit of light into this room, it illuminates these very fine objects. Silver bowls, daggers with wavy obsidian blades, coral figurine, exotic harp, and a crystal mask. The items here look like, you can tell this dagger that they're being anointed and oiled, prepared obviously for an offering, very carefully prepared, polished. And you're just seeing dollar signs. Oh, sorry, you're seeing GP, GP, ding 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 ding. 3 silver bowls, 2 ceremonial daggers, a coral figurine of a mermaid clutching a pink pearl, carved harp of exotic wood with ivory inlay and zircon gemstones, and a crystal dragon mask. And here are the prices of all those items. They get more expensive as you go down, including a 2,500 gold piece mask. Excellent. I'll be able to put my daughter through college now. You know.
You don't have a daughter.
The one that I'm not sure that I have. Well, if I do have one, I'll be able to. If I ever get one. Just... I call dibs on the silver bowl.
You did help out. You know, maybe a little bit of money. If you're willing to pay for that.
I have helped out equally amongst this group.
I helped out a little bit, but you helped out, yeah. What were you saying, Dagger?
Nothing.
Alrighty. Where to next?
A door here? I think this door we passed. So I think there's a new door right here.
My vote is new door then, as we still have yet to find actual evidence of either Vark or Gleister.
There's another door set into an alcove.
I'll check it out, listen at it, check the traps.
Make a perception check. You can hear something from beyond the door, Brew. Indistinct chanting. It sounds sort of along the same line. Darkness quench the sun. Darkness swallow the moon. Do 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 do.
I'm a cultist.
I'll point over at the dead cultist body, and then point back at the door, and then motion Dagger over towards the door. Move back.
I will stealthily open the door.
Okay. Are you just trying to slip in, or and close the door behind you, or are you?
I'm gonna just try to slip in.
Alright, make a stealth check, Dagger. You're in the room. Let me describe to you what you see.
Oh, it's pretty!
Ooh.
There are black wax candles set in niches all along the walls. It's a 20-foot high room. The candles burn with a purple flame, filling the room with dim light. There are 6 fanatical cultists chanting in unison. Darkness quench the sun. Darkness swallow the moon. Darkness claim this dungeon and all that dwell within. Over and over. And they seem to be focusing energy on this roiling fog cloud. It's 8 feet in diameter. It's floating in the center of the room, 10 feet above the floor. There are pillars along the walls, and lines of black energy run between the pillars, the cultists, and this fog cloud. And as you peer into the fog cloud, you see the faint image of an adult-sized bronze dragon, surrounded by figures in black robes, wearing the holy symbol of Shah and reading from scrolls. As the great creature writhes in pain, its bronze scales begin to darken. And that is the end of tonight's session.
Oh shit.
Quick
Well,
question: is that the same dragon that we saw earlier in the throne room?
Yeah.
It looks like Gleister being transformed into the Shadow Dragon. It's like just a little mini foggy image.
I
Like
gotcha.
a little cloud in the room showing that image.
So it ain't real? It probably ain't real.
It must be from the past because, this all happened, the whole Gleister turning into a Shadow Dragon thing was like a few hundred years ago.
Wait, who's Gleister?
Gleister is the bronze dragon that was transformed into Unbraxicar.
Oh. I'm sorry, must have not paid attention to that part.
It's in Darius's quest. You can read up on that lore if you need to.
Yeah, I probably will.
Alright guys,
I'm so sorry I was here
decided
enough.
to uncover more of these cultists.
Woo, cultists.
And
Alright, everybody, have a good night.
you see
That's fun.
see
Night.
Roland head up, take
night.
off his mining cap,